like 40 something, maybe. I don't know.
Hello, guys, and welcome back to another podcast that nobody asked for. We've lost track of the episodes, so
We don't know what episode we're on at all.
we've got no idea, but we're back up to date. Finally,
They're all uploaded now. Thank you for all the harassment that I got,
we've not got
mainly
like
from my
2 podcasts backed up, ready to go
my own clients on check-in harassing me, which I then just forwarded to Leah and harassed her.
I was just like getting screenshots, like, "Where's the podcast? Where's the podcast?"
Yeah, screenshots. Yeah, didn't say nothing else. Just sent you the screenshots.
Although
They
that is
just didn't reply.
I was like, "No, I can't deal with this right now."
Fucking hell.
Well, good though. At least it got noticed that there was no podcast, right?
Yeah, people must have been doing cardio on board, I think.
Yeah, but I bulk uploaded. It was like 3 in one go. If you've not
Yeah,
got back, then there's 3 that three that I basically loaded all on the same day.
yeah, and if you're watching these and thinking, why has some of these only got 1 view on them and 2 views? It's because there was all uploaded at once. We got a few views on the other one, I'm sure. I thought that the other day. I thought people are going to go and think, fucking hell, nobody watches this shit. There's like 1 view and 3 views, probably even no views because they've all been uploaded at one time, haven't they?
I know. I just thought get them on, and then because otherwise we're just constantly going to be behind. But they're all on a different YouTube now, so it does actually look like they've all got like 2 views because obviously I went
That's
back.
what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. I was
Uploaded them
paranoid about
all.
that.
Yeah,
I'm going to spend my full Christmas going and watching them all on repeat so that they fucking get the views up a little
just
bit
keep repeating them.
for my ego.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we've got our own little dedicated YouTube channel now, right?
Yeah, that Leah did.
Yeah, took me ages, so go and watch the videos. Anyway, we're going to do a little Q&A today. We've got some good questions. We've got loads of questions.
Yeah, man, we've got a little bit of pepper in there, a little bit of passive aggressive coming my way, but we'll take it and I'll answer them anyway.
Yeah, I know. I was reading some then thinking, oh god.
I know, yeah, we'll do them anyway.
But do you want to do a little Worlds update because you were at the Worlds the other day last weekend?
Yeah, it was good. It was a good show. I can't believe that. Did you hear about what happened where the venue flooded?
No.
Yeah, so that storm, whatever it was called,
Mm.
Sophie or something, I don't know what it's called. Storm Sophie came on the fucking day before, and it went through the venue into the auditorium where there was and flooded the fucking thing. 1 day out. Yeah.
Like all the
So
floor
they
and stuff.
pardon?
Like all the floor of the venue was.
Stage, the fucking seatings, everything. It fucking broke the roof and flooded it. Was it Clarissa or something? Whatever it was, anyway. I want to know. I want to know. Google it for me, Leah, because I want to know what it was now. But anyway, it broke through and fucked everything up. So with 1 day's notice, they had to open up the other side of the building, which is like a what do they call it? You know, like what it is at Telford, where it's just a room, and then you
Oh
have to
yeah.
build a stage. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it now. Like a thingy room in it.
What happened?
They had to build a stage, set the lighting up, everything from scratch within 24 hours. And that's why the tanning was in a weird place, because the tanning, I think, was like exposed to the elements near the back door or something, and that's why.
God, that's mad.
People were like, the back doors are open, it's just blowing wind on us.
God, I did not realise that had happened.
Hello?
Can you not hear me?
You gone? Yeah, you're on like a delay.
I can hear you fine.
Are you jumping?
No.
Oh, maybe it's just my end then.
I can't find the storm name. Apparently, one of them was called Benjamin and one of them was called Amy.
No, I think it was a woman's name beginning with C. I'm sure it was.
Claudia.
Claudia, there you go.
Yeah, all the way from the Canary Islands, apparently.
Oh, Claudia Canary. Thanks for fucking trashing the venue.
But it went okay. It went ahead and it was all good in the end.
Yeah, it went ahead. We had a good day as well. Everyone did really good. Obviously, Carly won a pro card in the Masters. Excellent. Everybody got good results. Georgie was back as a random out the fucking blue, which I told you about it, like when she first, like about 3 weeks out when she came back. I don't remember how long it was since I spoke to you, but it must have been 4 weeks ago because it was literally at the 3 week point when she was like,
Yeah.
"Think I can be ready for this?" But we'll speak about that in a minute because we've got questions on that. I think.
Yeah.
And then yeah, everyone else looked really good. It was just really good. I just really enjoyed it. Last show of the season. Wales, which surprisingly is getting an easier and easier drive every time I do it. I never used to be able to go further than 2 hours from home. Me, without feeling like I was climbing the fucking walls, sat by myself in a car. But now I can go like 4 or 5 hours, and I'm just like, yeah, this is all right, don't worry.
How long it takes you?
Yeah, it took me about. It's 4 hours straight if you don't stop. But obviously, if you stop at services and that, you're dragging it on a bit.
As a track, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was fucking pissing down because that storm was on. And it was dark, and is it them motorways? There's no lights on them
No,
motorways in
it's
Wales. I don't know why they're
horrible.
like short on electric or something. I'm not sure. It's just dark as fuck. I'm thinking Jesus, because I travelled down quite late on the Saturday
Yeah.
night because it was after I finished work. But yeah, I was just listening to I don't know. I was listening to I can't remember Donald Trump's book. I think
As you do on your long journey.
The Art of the Deal. I think it's talking about fucking building properties in America like skyscrapers and that. It was interesting actually. Yeah.
That's funny. Oh, but yeah, good
Thought if,
show then.
thought if my 23-year-old self could see me now driving down the motorway like this, listening to an ebook talking about building skyscrapers, I'd have fucking rinsed myself dry. Oh
That's funny.
fucking hell.
Right, should we get stuck in?
Yeah, man. See what we've got. You've got them all on
21
your phone, haven't
questions.
you?
Yeah, I've got them all up. I'm just going to go through them in the
22.
right order so I don't miss any.
Yeah.
So, question number one. I feel like people have really gone in on these questions this week, by the way.
Yeah, I had some passive aggressive stuff in there. That's for definite.
Yeah. Do you prioritize pro athletes over newer clients? And there's two questions in this, so I'll do the first one first.
What was that one part of the question?
Oh, yeah. Do you prioritize pro athletes over newer clients? Question mark.
No.
Just
Next
gonna wait
question.
for the answer.
No, do I fuck? If anything, I think probably the first timers will get more attention because they're asking more questions, aren't they? And they need more guidance. Pros know what they're doing. They've been doing it for a bit, so it's just like eat this, eat that, do this, do that, and they just say yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can sort of leave them to it a bit more. No, not leave them to it, but they know what they're doing a bit more, don't they?
Yeah, one thing that I've come round to see a little bit as well is, and one thing I've made the conscious decision to purposely do over the last probably couple of years at least. I don't get friendly. I don't become friends with people anymore. Like my clients, I'm purposely keeping distance from my clients. Basically, you know how you say everyone getting real close and like they spend a lot of time together. It looks like people get more attention. Like with coaches and their athletes on Instagram and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You'll know what I mean, don't you? And this is probably what they're referring to. The people who's asking the questions. I'm purposely keeping my distance from everybody at arm's length because it affects your decision making. You get too close to people. You know they're hungry. You know they're tired. You're talking to them on a daily basis. You become friends with them. It affects the way you think. So I'm fucking keeping them all at everybody at arm's distance now. I don't want to talk to them in between check-ins. I don't. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm just like, eat this, do that, come back on Wednesday, boom, and that's it. I don't want to hear off you because it's just so. Yeah, you're not going to get that. So if you're a first timer or Miss Olympia, you're not getting nothing different because it don't make it any better if you do. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I made that decision like the last couple of years now.
Yeah, I think some coaches think, don't they, if they're like becoming proper, like really friendly and pally with the clients, and it's gonna make like the relationship better and like everything better.
Yeah, it done, and they're sleeping in the same Airbnbs as them and all this like shit. I mean, I've never done that before, but like, yeah, it makes it worse. So I'm better at it if I don't have any contact with people. Really, I honestly, it just makes it better, and everything's better all the time. So yeah, everyone gets the same attention. Nobody gets anything more or less, and everyone's happy with that as well.
Yeah. How I don't know. I don't know what this is meant to say, but it's a mistype, so you'll see if you can figure it out. How print is your feedback? Do you analyze weekly physiques? I don't know what that's meant to say. How
How prim,
print? That was obviously not the right word, but how something
prudent,
is your feedback? Maybe it's meant to say like
prudent,
detail.
tint.
Take what you will from it. How
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 skint? How skint is your feedback? Not as skint as I am after I've just booked that cruise.
brought to Disney cruise?
I've got a cruise going for Christmas. We're going on a boat. Woo, Disney, Disney.
I will be
Daphne will
there.
be happy.
Oh, I'm
So, how
trying to
what stint is your feedback? What?
how something is your feedback. Maybe I don't know how. I don't even know what's meant to say. Do you analyze weekly physiques? I don't know what that question is. We might have to skip that one.
Fuck knows. Do my feedback? Yeah, I look at what's going on. I look at their body, see if they're looking any different. If they're on prep, you don't look that closely when someone's in an off season. I mean, you have a look at the pictures, obviously, but you're not looking for noticeable differences week to week in an off season. Fucking
Just keep
hell.
a general eye on things, isn't it, when you're in an off season?
Yeah, it's keeping an eye on things. It's like
Yeah,
nothing's going to change, and
yeah,
if it is changing, you're a super freak, and I'm going to see it anyways. Um, and what the feedback? Yeah, you just give feedback on what's been going on. It's not as complex and overcomplicated as people like to fucking make it. All you need to know is people are doing the plan on it, and then you just keep an eye on everything from that point. Really, if they're flagging up problems, fix the problems. If you see problems arising before they do, which is quite often, then you get in front of that. And just make sure everything's ticking along in an off-season scenario. Obviously, on prep it's different because you need to know what's going on. You need to know like how you're looking for how far out you are and everything like that. And everything's yeah, but yeah, it's just keeping. I always say to people, you're like a tugboat, and you're just keeping
yeah,
them going in the right direction at the right pace, the fastest, most direct route possible, and interrupting any fucking issues that might come in front of you, which you generally see. I do, and like before they do. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Because
100%.
I can see stuff coming before they can usually.
Yeah, a lot of it's like just keeping people's like head in it as well, I find, because like once you've got a plan with someone and they know what they need to be doing, it's then just like making sure like they're not losing the head, or if they have a wobble, you're like pulling them back on, and you're not letting them slip to, especially more so with lifestyle clients especially. But you just keep, because people will get bored, or they'll get a bit like fed up of dieting, or they'll start losing the motivation. So a lot of it's
Yeah,
like pulling people back to the reason they started and why they're doing it, and reminding them what the goals are, and just keeping them like on the path that they actually want to be on in the first place.
yeah, that's a lifestyle.
Yeah,
That's a
that is
lifestyle coach's answer. My answer would be, why are you telling me that?
What do you mean you've missed a cardio session?
Why are you telling me about your meltdown? I don't need to know about that. Have you done your cardio or not? That's what your boyfriend's for, not me.
Um. Okay, next one. Are peptides just the newest trend, or are some worth the hype?
They're not the newest trend. No, they're going to completely change everything. And I've never said that about anything since I've started. It won't be just a trend. They're too good.
We were just having a conversation like this before the podcast.
Yeah, I don't. You know me. You've known me a long time. I don't jump on any
Yeah,
fucking. There's always some bullshit and fucking something coming along with this does that and that does that, and it never really delivers. Do you know what I mean? I've only just stepped into the peptide realm a little bit, all right? And don't get me wrong, I'm thinking there's going to be some things that are hyper effective, which is the things we're probably using. Some things not so much. It'll go down in like a, do you know what I mean? Because there's fucking loads of them, isn't they? I've not even experienced 40% of them yet, really. But so far as like the results, because I've jumped on with them back end of this season using things like retatrutide, especially fucking incredible. Motsy, incredible. Slew P332. That's the magic triangle to me. You put them three things together in a dieting phase, and fuck me, just watch the fat melt. People are not particularly hungry. Their energy's higher. They're feeling good. Blood work wise, it's putting people in a better health space than there was before they started using it. Um, yeah, absolutely incredible.
yeah, and
Incredible.
it's Will actually did the other day, because he's been obviously just sat around doing nothing. He did like he made like a little table, and like put them all in the table, all the peptides, and did loads of research on them, and made like a little table of like the pros, the cons, how they work, how the adaptations they get. So yeah, it's been just interesting because he sent me that as well. So I've just been sat like reading
Oh,
through
you'll
them.
have to send me it to have a look.
Yeah, I'll send. He's done. It's got like all the anabolics things and drugs on it as well, because he's done it for like his clients as well, to like help explain it to them.
Well, that's the thing. There's not really any downsides to it. There's only upsides so far from what
Yeah, yeah,
we've seen. Like, especially with things like Retta, like it's improving people's blood work,
yeah.
improving it whilst taking fat clean off, dying down your hunger and killing your cravings while you're on a diet.
And it's mad, even with like the moss. So I was doing some reading about that before you told me, when you first told me about it, and what it does to like the mitochondria in your body. Like it is so
It
mad. Like if you
just
haven't,
fucking turns the dial up
yeah,
to 10 on everything from like an efficiency thing. And when you put when you put the Retta, the Slew, which is oral anyway, then the Motsy together. as like a combo,
Yeah.
fuck me, honestly. But then you're not going to really need to utilize as much things like T3 and Clen and things that you'd be like possibly cranking, which do have downsides if you use
Yeah.
it for too long and too harshly.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna probably need. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because
I've
even
not done
things
full
like
preps for them yet. I've only done partial preps. I've done the back end of a prep because they came about middle of the year, getting quite popular, and I'm always a little bit
yeah.
erring on the side of caution when I get into things because again, I just think everything's fucking bullshit that comes along, and I ignore it until I can't ignore it anymore. And these, like the fat loss on some of the girls that struggle to lose weight, because some girls are fucking slow. Do you know what I mean? Point threes, point fives, point fours, point twos, and like it's that. Do you know what I mean? They were losing weight 3 times as fast as they was before they started it. 3 times as fast. Them girls, the girls who already make good drops, who wanted to do it, it made it a little bit faster because the body's obviously already quite efficient and doing quite well. But the girls that like are like that, a little bit like PCOS type and like just a bit resistant. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, like 3 times as quick the fat was coming off.
it's crazy, isn't it? And
Fucking
even
unbelievable.
the stuff with like the mots as well. It's like it's obviously what your body's already. You're not
Yeah,
gonna
they're only
like
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, there are amino sequences that were already there. Do you know what I mean? And they're just basically signals telling the body to do what it's meant to do, which is why it's so interesting. I was telling you about the Samax and the Salank
Yeah.
just before we come on, one eye for people with like anxiety or ADHD and what that does to the brain and how it works. I was doing a right deep dive on that the other day. I was talking to ChatGPT for about an hour. I'm not even lying. I just kept going in more and more and more because it was fascinating.
Yeah, it
'Cause
is.
it's how the brain works, how the brain communicates with each side of it. They're like Russian developed anxiety and ADHD peptides, basically. I think they prescribe them over there. I think.
Yeah.
Shock horror, they've not come to England or America. But that, in comparison to things like benzodiazepines and however you pronounce it, and SSRIs and things that like
Yeah.
not that great for you, really. Do you know what I mean? They become dependent. Fuck all your brain up. These have got no side effects to them.
Yeah, because even if like
There's no bounce back.
a lot of people with anxiety then will be or depression will be put on things like antidepressants. So if you can avoid stuff like that and actually improve like the way the body works, then
Yeah,
it's so
just
cool.
just through amino sequences. It's crazy, man.
Yeah,
But
interesting.
these have been around for like decades. Pretty much all of these things have been around for decades. They've just never really come to the surface. A lot of them have been. Some of them have been around since like I think the 1960s or something. I was reading on some of them. Yeah, but they've been buried.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see like how it all
Yeah, there's
works.
a bundle of them. I hadn't stepped into all of them because I just haven't. But like the key ones, I've never in my time in bodybuilding in my full I've never seen anything come along that's like this, and that's 20 years worth.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes with the mots and see how it all like see how I feel and stuff. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, you just feel generally better on like a daily basis, like just a bit more. Like you probably should. Probably like you did when you was a kid before your head got all fucking muddled and your body got all fucked up. And we've been eating all these chemicals in our foods for years and drinking whatever the hell they put in the water and all the rest of it. Before society just destroyed us and stress damaging our brains and all the rest of it. I think it just reverses some of that.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be super interesting to see. The next question you kind of already answered this. Best peptides to support overall body composition. So you said the mots, the retatrutide, and the slew.
Yeah, it depends what you're talking about overall body composition, but like there's going to be more that are good that I've just got no experience with, just to cover that. I know there's a lot of growth hormone related ones. There's one called, I think it's AIOD 94 or something like that, which is just the fat burning part of growth hormone without the other parts of it. Then there's all these other ones, but I've got zero experience in that, so I can't say. But what I will say is the girls that I've got using in an off season, Mot C, without using anything else, who usually get fat quite easily, ain't getting fat. And I'm
It's
putting the
definitely
food,
working.
yeah, they ain't getting fat.
Yeah,
And the food's coming up, and the food's coming up, and the food's coming up, and they're just getting fat like so fucking easily. And they ain't.
yeah,
They're staying where they are.
yeah.
Mad.
Mad times.
Yeah.
Okay, best advice for handling post show. There's a couple now that are all like post prep related. So the next one is also similar. How do you help clients with the post dysmorphia, with the body dysmorphia post prep? So yeah,
Just reassurance, innit? I think just knowing what you think. I've said this before, but just knowing what you're thinking is normal, even if it's negative. What you're thinking is, to me, that's reassuring. If I was having loads of negative thoughts about something, and somebody come to me and said, "You've just done that. Your brain's thinking negatively as fuck about yourself. It's probably going to last about this amount of time. Everybody who's done what you've just done thinks like that, and then it'll stop." I'd be like, I'd feel a lot of reassurance in that. Do you
yeah,
get what I
yeah,
mean? Whereas if you like, you think it's never going to end, you don't think it. You'd like, fucking hell, why's my head melted? Do you know what I mean? And it's just a lot of like, I always just call it like a mental adaptation period where what you're looking at in the mirror, you've been chasing for so long. Every little line, groove, pop, dint, fucking condition mark, like everything that you've been chasing and chasing and chasing, just starts vanishing within
yeah,
days.
yeah.
Like that's an head fuck. Do you know what I
It is.
mean?
It is. Yeah.
You don't feel as good as normal. You feel a bit more sluggish. Your belly feels full. Like you've got no real purpose. You have got purpose, but like what you've been chasing's gone. So like you've not got the dopamine that comes from the chase, which is obviously part of how your mental makeup is and all the rest. Like your hormones are crashed in the fucking gutter probably if you've been lean as fuck. Like all of these things, just it's just normal. Do you know what I mean? And that's not going to make you actually feel any better mentally from like the standpoint of all the things I've just said, but it's reassuring to know that
Yeah, knowing that you're not going crazy.
it'll pass and you'll feel better, and then you'll feel better, and then all of a sudden you'll just be back to normal. Your eyes will get used to what they're seeing in the mirror. Your brain will get readjusted to the new focus that's in front of you, and it's just normal. Do you know what I mean? And the things like all the food cravings and everything, they only usually last about 4 weeks. In some instances, they'll last a lot longer. And people, but I think if you try to over restrict for too long, it'll last a lot longer. Usually, the way I do things, it's kind of gone within 4 or 5 weeks, and then you'll be all right. Going, not that I'm saying for everyone to use it, but fuck me, I've never seen any reverses like it with the Retatrutide. Everyone who I've got using that who is on reverse, they're like, and some of them are first timers. They're like, "Oh, this is fine. This just they're not feeling anything. No, they're absolutely fine. It's crazy."
Yeah, and I think
Um,
you're right. Like a big part of it is like knowing what to expect. So I know with like the girls, ones that I've had coming out of like their first preps now, like similar to what you do, I've just explained everything to them and like said, this is probably how you might feel, or this is what to expect, and then it sort of gets in your head. Because I know when I did my first prep, I didn't understand the whole process around like you're still going to be hungry. So I was in this like horrible position where I
yeah,
was just eating and eating and eating because I was like, why am I still hungry? And I didn't
yeah,
know that like no matter how much I ate, I was still going to be hungry. So I think even like someone telling you you are still going to be hungry, that's okay, it will settle down. Like don't just keep eating, just stick to your plan. Like even knowing things like that then just makes it so much better because you know what to expect.
yeah, 100%. I've had a real bunch of bizarre reverses this year. I've had like, especially this back end of the season. I'm not talking about the girls who have used rest, the ones who aren't, and all the natural girls as well. They've just reversed like effortlessly. They've had like no, they're like, I'm fine, and it's like, okay, cool.
Sound.
And then they'll check in again, like, yeah, yeah, I'm fine. I'm all right. I'm not too bad. And I'll put the food up, and they're like, all right, thanks. And then they're like not gaining weight quick, and they're not really struggling. And I'm like, okay.
Must be setting them up well.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it is something I've done. I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah, they're fucking doing all right. To be fair.
No, that sounds amazing. Um, Body dysmorphia, you've kind of touched on that a little bit. I think as well, like when you first come away from your show, obviously your body changes quite quick, and then after a few weeks, it like stabilizes off and things get a bit steadier, don't they? And then
Yeah, it's
once you put
rapid
that,
at first, isn't it?
yeah, once you put that first bit of body fat on, it's like when you gain a little bit more body fat, then you can't really see it that much, right? But when you first go from like being shredded to gaining like the first bit of weight, like you can, I
Yeah,
feel like it makes quite a big visual
yeah.
difference. So
And
it's
you're
part.
still in that rabbit mindset, like of chase the rabbit, chase the rabbit, chase the rabbit, being the conditioning.
Yeah,
And then it's hard to then be just a few days after the show, and you've still got that chase a rabbit
yeah,
mind, and you're like, but you're not chasing anything. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. It takes a bit of a while to like get your head around, doesn't it? Just like settling
Yeah.
in again, and understanding everything. What's your ideal client? Surely you have a favourite type, e.g., good genes versus hardcore versus funny versus chill versus popular versus Irish versus Welsh. Haha.
Irish or Welsh? Now I'm wondering who's fucking asked it. Yeah, if there can be a combination of all of them 7 things you just said, that'd be great. Yeah, I think that's quite difficult to answer. But yeah, I mean, having great genes is obviously great because it's good to watch in it. Just people who work hard, honest, respectful, turn up, do what they're meant to do. That's enough for me. Do you know what I mean? The good genes is an added bonus visually to watch. Um, yeah, just not like fucking moaning bastards or lazy bastards or lying bastards. Just like, do you know what I mean? Just fucking get on with it,
Yeah,
and do what you meant to. That just them type of people's absolutely fine. Everything else is a bonus. Do you know what I mean?
100%. I just like it. I just like working with people that put in the effort because there's nothing worse than working with a client and you feel like you're putting in a lot of effort for them and trying to make their lives better and help them reach their goals. And then the client or the person then doesn't, you don't feel like it's been replicated and you feel like they're not even that bothered about their own goals. Like there's nothing
I
worse
give up.
than working with
I
someone
give
like
up on them. I tell them I just get rid of them. I just because it's draining, isn't it?
that. It is draining because you feel like
It's
you can't do your job properly and you feel like you can't get
yeah.
along with them. And then it's horrible for you as well as a coach.
It's a weird feeling like opening the check-ins and just being like, I just think, what's the point? What's the point? So yeah, I just sounds awful, but I stopped working with them one.
Yeah. Um, how differently do you coach figure from bikini and also natties from assisted girls? Um, this is quite a long question. How come some people go straight to figure and some always stay in bikini forever, even if they grow more muscle? And why don't you coach blokes?
I do coach blocks. Shall I start at the end and work backwards? I do coach blocks. I've got fellow clients. They were looking really good. One just went on my story actually just after a cut we've just done. It's on there now. I just don't coach competitive blocks because I don't want the competing stuff. I don't want the steroid stuff. I stepped away from all that years ago, and I feel like I got that far away from it. I wouldn't even want to go back in, even if I wanted. I think probably the male bodybuilding, steroid using, where they peak, diuretic. I think I'd be probably out the loop with it by now, to be honest, because it's completely different to what the girls do, obviously. Um, I don't want anything to do with that. I've got lifestyle guy clients who just want to train hard, look good, have a 6 pack. They're doing fucking really well, to be fair. Um, that's that bit taken care of. Um, Figure to bikini. Why do some people go straight to figure instead of bikini? It's two different looks, it's two different shapes. Sometimes you get somebody who might suit both categories, but generally, I'd say you could probably going to suit one or the other. The class chooses you. You don't choose the class. So it's not really a size thing generally.
Yeah, more just like
Um,
structure and like naturally what one you
yeah,
want to fit
structure and
into.
shape and how you suited in the posing, in it. So um, that's not generally a choice. But there's some girls that will go from one to another. Don't get me wrong. Um, what was the other thing? How do I coach them differently?
Yeah,
I
how do
don't
you
because
coach figure from bikini and also natties from well, that's not going to have any effect from natties to assisted.
yes, right. So I do the figure and bikini thing first. So for me, I don't. They're coaching pretty much the fucking same. Do you know what I mean? I just obviously we're trying to pack muscle on their frame, and their frame is what's going to suit their category. It's just a game of gaining muscle, and if they start to gain too much muscle, then they can move over to figure if they want. But generally, they'll probably move to train bikini or something like that. So there's not really any difference. Obviously, the figure categories, especially as you get into the more muscular figure categories, they're going to train probably more chest and arms than they do in bikini. But that's it, really. The volume on that's going to shift a little bit, but not even loads. Because even the figure categories, you're not looking for massive arms or massive pecs. You just want to have a little bit more muscularity there than you probably would in bikini. Um, Assisted to
Natty.
natural, maybe time frames a little bit, maybe allowing a little bit longer for cuts and stuff like that because you're maybe going to not get quite as long as a response. Maybe going to need to allow for a little bit more freshen up time through the prep, maybe to just not allow the thyroid to die out. Like it might feed that back up a little bit and give it a little sense of life because you can't put any T3 in or anything like that on the prep. I think that's it really. Like I don't think there's much more difference. I still want them to train hard as fuck. I still want them to diet as hard as fuck. It don't really make any odds apart from if they've got a bit of gear in them, they're going to probably going to look a bit rounder and harder. And if they want to use a bit of Clen and T3 and more, obviously recently peptides, they're probably going to get lean a lot faster and easier.
Yeah.
And that's it, really.
Yeah, and it's also going to be like more so like what muscle groups that specific person needs to work on if they've got anything that needs bringing up versus like the category, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah, I think it's an old conception that you train a certain way for a certain category. I don't believe so. I know there's some coaches who'll train a bit like bikini and they'll just like, but I think that's a bit more IFBB in some ways. They'll do a lot of like glute only sessions and like they try and don't really. Do you know what I mean? But like, I mean, if you're talking IFBB bikini, don't get me wrong, I do set that up differently compared to figure because it's a lot more glute and delt based, and they don't really need to train the back. The legs don't want to be quite as jacked. They don't want to be necessarily as lean and all these things. So yeah, I mean, if I'm doing IFBB bikini, I set that up training definitely differently to what the PCA bikini and figure is for sure.
Yeah, and sometimes you'll see with the pros, won't you? Like I watch some of their YouTube videos and things. Um, sometimes they like don't want to build any muscle in certain areas, so like they'll just train like very
The other
specifically to
areas,
like basically hold the muscle mass the same, so they're not
yeah,
really, or they're maybe a little bit more in the glutes, but they're just like training to like tweak their physique versus like build loads of muscle basically.
yeah, sure, but that's a long way into the journey,
Yeah,
like.
yeah, yeah. Okay, your favorite season you've had ever?
I think I've probably answered this before because I like them all for different reasons. Because they've all had different groups of girls in them that like. I loved my 21, 22 groups. I loved my 22, 23 groups. I loved my 23, 24 group. I love them all. I loved all each
Yeah,
bunch of them clients that was competing
yeah,
for completely different reasons. Do you know what I mean? I think if I really had to really pick, but only for the reason of because it was new and blowing up, 2021 was like that was when I started online coaching briefly in 2019 with like 10 clients just to try it out. We just had baby. Becky stopped working. Fuck, I need a bit more money from personal training, so I was doing it all from the gym. 2020 didn't exist because it was COVID, so that's a no, that's a non anything. And then when we went into 2021 and the gyms reopened, it just for me is when I went fully online and just went from naught to a fucking hundred. Like, so I was winning a lot of shows before that, but I only had like 10 girls competing, maybe at the most, 5 or 6 the years before that. So there wasn't a lot going on. Then I went from that to having like 30, 35 girls competing in a year and we were just winning fucking all the overalls, the fucking pro cards, like everything. And it just my client base was exploding, so that was obviously exciting for me to go from naught to 100, probably literally, on fucking clients and everything like that. So I suppose for that reason that, but for the actual group of clients, I like them all. Do you know what I mean? I've had some real good times with some real good clients over the last
yeah,
5 years since I started doing it, and I had a real good time with these girls this year. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think it's like sounds. It's like when someone says, who's your favorite child?" You know what I mean? I
yeah,
would never want to pick between year groups for any of those reasons at all because I like them all for different reasons. But I think if I suppose if I really had to pick a year, probably 21, just because it was fucking crazy, and I was learning how to handle it as well.
yeah.
Don't forget, learning how to handle all them people competing at once.
Like
That was
logistically, it's a lot, isn't it?
that was an experience, yeah.
Yeah, God, it's
But
mad.
now I do it like that. Now, honestly, I've got the same amount of clients, if not more, competing than I did then. I don't lose any sleep. I don't overwork myself particularly. Everything's just easy because I know exactly what and how to handle everything really easily now, and that's just a time thing, you know.
God, it's mad how much everything's like come on. I guess come on since like 2021 as well, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a few of them years I thought I was going to fucking die. I actually thought I was going to die. And then this year, I just finished the full year, and I'm like, I don't even feel like I did anything. It
Yeah,
was all right. Yeah,
mad times.
yeah,
Cool learning, isn't it? Especially when you like when it grows that fast as well.
yeah.
Um, Do you tell people to only do PCA? I know the answer to this already but I'll let you answer it.
Obviously not. What the fuck?
I feel like you get asked this all the time.
Yeah, it's just this massive, stupid, like, I'm a very PCA dominant coach. Obviously, I always have been. IFBB, I get some. Do well, still won plenty of over. Like, I think my percentage rating of winning overalls with them at them two bro shows is high as fuck, to be honest, because I win just about every person that I put in wins, and a lot of them win the overall as well. There's just not loads of them. I can't split myself in two because I'm at majority of the PCA shows with a lot of PCA clients. I can't always be at the two bros ones with those girls because I might have six at that show and one at that show, and obviously I can't do that. Do you know what I mean? Or some of them might be abroad and whatnot, which I can't always be at them through the peak of the season as well. And I don't think you should be expected to travel abroad as a coach either. I think if you do, that's cool, but by the time you've done 500 quid in flights, Airbnb, like you're in for a grand or two. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that should be expected anyway. Nice if you can be there
Nice
though.
little bonus, but not essential.
Yeah. I don't tell anybody to do anything. I just say do what you fucking want and I'll coach you for it. I can do whatever. I'm easy. I'm a Swiss Army knife. I can get anybody ready for anything.
So just to clarify, you can do whatever category you want.
Yes,
Any
because I'm
federation,
old and
sorry.
experienced.
Oh dear. Are you ready for this very diggy question?
Dig me out. Come on.
Why do PCA only have pros who are pretty when it's supposed to be bodybuilding? Always people win on looks and sex appeal, which you can't work hard for, which is unfair.
All
Dun,
I
dun,
heard when I read,
dun.
because obviously that's my question that came to me, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
All I thought when I read that was, I've got a PCA Pro card.
You know what? That's so funny because I read this. I saw it earlier when you sent it me. I was in the gym with Will, and I said to Will, I read the question to Will, and Will was like,
Yeah, yeah, there you
"What
go.
are you
Yeah, yeah.
talking?" He was
Oh,
like,
whoa.
he was like, "I'm going to print it off and stick it to my PCA
Yeah.
wall with all my awards on."
I've never heard out like it. It's completely based on. As if anyone's going to look at a face and be like, "Oh no, we can't give them a pro card because they're not very pretty."
Purely, it is purely physique based. Like it's who
What's
you.
it fucking is? I don't think I've ever heard that before. I think that's the first time I've ever heard that. I've heard it where people go, "Oh, you get pro cards for having a bigger social media following and all that shit."
I also think PCA are a very like fair federation. Okay, what are Leah's plans for competing again?
No idea. Absolutely no idea. She hasn't told me yet.
I don't know what my plans are for competing again
She
either. So
said she'll be back when she's good enough. That's what she said.
maybe next year.
When she's pretty enough.
Well, thanks. Well, I am getting old now, so it's downhill from here. Going into the
Uh,
30s, that's when I'll probably start getting old and wrinkly.
Fuck, you don't make me feel like that. Jesus Christ.
I don't know when I'm competing. I'm gonna see what happens. I
Just
think it's
keep getting
just
jacked. I tell you something though, she won't tell you this, but she looks fucking good at the minute. Just this yesterday when you checked in, I was like, here she is.
yeah.
Fucking
I feel
looking
like
well
it's
wham.
coming back now. I feel
Yeah,
like
it's come back good.
yeah. It's hard though. I think going from like seeing yourself feeling pretty good to then seeing yourself. Like, obviously, I could see that, or it didn't look that great, and I was like really just not in a great spot. So it's hard seeing yourself go through that. So to see it like, and I have felt better in myself, the last few weeks when I've been training, and then when you're like
Yeah.
training and you like see your arm in the mirror and you're like, oh, I can see it's like
I've
coming back
s-
now.
I've seen it kind of last couple of weeks coming back, and then it was
Yeah,
yesterday checking, wasn't it?
yeah,
Yesterday or the day
yesterday.
before? It was yesterday. I thought, fucking hell, yeah, there she is. Yeah,
Yeah, I saw it when I was. You can see it more when you're training, can't you? Because obviously you got
yeah,
machines and
sure,
stuff. But
yeah.
when I was training, I was like, oh, things I can actually see. Like,
You
my
look
arms
dense
coming back
now.
now.
You look dense again. Everything looks dense.
And you know what? My training's flying. I said this to you yesterday when I did my check-in, but my training at the minute is going like so well. Like I'm just every like set I do and every like session I go in, like things are just improving. Like all the numbers are just coming in
Yeah,
really well.
let's should railroad that.
Yeah, exactly. So I just want to like rinse and repeat this for as long as I can.
Is
And
railroad the right saying? Is that it? Well, I mean, it was just keep.
I know what you meant though.
Or does railroad mean ruin that? I don't actually know. I've just said the wrong thing.
I don't want to
Somebody's
crash
probably
it.
listening thinking, that's not what railroad means.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, just keep plugging on, and then I'll probably do a diet next year, so we'll just see
Yeah,
what
we'll
the
see.
diet what
Be interesting to see now all that's a little bit sorted, what your response is to fat loss like as well, see if it's shifted anything.
yeah, definitely. So maybe the end of next year, maybe not the end of next year.
We'll
Who
see.
knows? But for now, I'm just on the get strong and try and try and build some more muscle train.
Yeah, get fucking Jackford.
Yeah, especially looking at all the girls this year. I was like, I want to actually get on stage and like be, you know, look, feel like I look the best I've looked. You know what I mean? That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I don't
Well,
just
they're
want to.
just getting more and more fucking shredded now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so
Yeah. But we'll see. I feel like that's a select group of girls that gets that hard. And then there's a select group of girls that not necessarily as much, so we'll see.
yeah, so exciting. What's the best way to approach the situation when something has happened in your personal life that you know will have an impact on your training and plans to compete, but you don't know how to put it down in a check-in without oversharing? Love the pod.
You answer this.
I feel like I can answer this year after everything that's happened.
Yeah, you answer it because I know what they're saying and they're right to ask, to be honest, because
Yeah,
you don't want to know like the fucking like. Do you know what I mean? But you can just put bits and pieces. I think just putting bits and pieces of it across is good. I've had some things going on with my family, or
yeah,
my marriage, or my whatever, or some health with this. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to go. You don't need to put absolutely everything in there because I appreciate you might not want to share that. And the coach doesn't even need to know like the far ins and out. I'd rather not know the far ins and outs of somebody's personal life. That's not my business.
yeah,
But just get a brief outline would be the best way I can say it. And this is going to affect this, and that's going to affect this. And they might just say it's happened to me, and they're saying this, this, and this, and I've said like, well, to be fair, like if you think about it, all you have to do is X, Y, and Z, and just don't worry yourself too much about that. You're overthinking that portion of what you're actually mentioning. If you just do this, this, and this, that's all we need to do. It's cool, and then they've still managed to make the progress or do what they was setting out to do anyways, realizing it's not as cruel. Do you know what I mean? Because like I always say this. Somebody told me this. I've said this before, probably. I'm sure I have. Somebody told me this when I was young, when I was bodybuilding, and I had a lot of shit going on. I can't remember what it was, and it was like, you know, all you have to do is eat your meals, which you would be eating anyway.
yeah,
Go gym 4 times a week or 5 times a
yeah,
week, and go bed. You know that's it, don't you?
yeah,
And I'm like, yeah, that is all it fucking is. So you'd still be eating the meals, wouldn't you? Yeah. You still go gym, wouldn't you? Yeah. And you still go bed, wouldn't you? Yeah. What are you fucking on about then? And I'm like, yeah, because you think you need to be like this mental laser lock, blah 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 blah
yeah,
blah.
exactly. I think
I
like
mean,
sometimes,
stress can ruin it because
100%.
obviously that can ruin results a little bit. But like sometimes it's a good distraction, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. And I also this like clients all the time that have got you know, some. I mean, you'll be the same with your clients. Like some of them have got really young kids, and they're not like, you know, they've got stuff going on in life and breakups, marriages, whatever. And it's like sometimes stuff happens, but it's like actually you still going to the gym and going out for your walks and doing all these things is probably going to have a really positive effect, even though it feels like maybe you don't want to do it at the time.
Yeah,
Actually, it's like, you know, it's good to keep those things up. But I definitely think like if it's something that's affecting how you feel and like your stress and stuff, then you probably need to tell your coach. But maybe just
yeah.
yeah,
Just give them a little insight. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah,
and don't worry about it too much.
yeah,
And if it's a little bit personal, we've heard it all before. And again, you don't have to go into the far end of it, but like I've heard all sorts. You know what I mean? And I honestly never blink an eye at anything from anybody. I just think fair play for telling me, and I just carry on with what we're doing.
yeah, 100%. But yeah, you just have to roll with it sometimes, don't you? Like sometimes life just happens, and you just have to give it the best shot you can and adapt as much as you can and crack on and just, you know, don't beat yourself up too much about it and just get back to it as soon as you can.
Yeah, bodybuilding's always a good centralising thing. I think
100%. Yeah,
keep training in the gym and make you feel good. Eating good, solid whole foods will make you feel good. Doing movement, steps, cardio will make you feel good. It's going to keep you feeling better than you would if you packed in.
definitely. And it's helped me like so I can vouch like this year, like with everything this year and
Yeah,
obviously with stuff I've had going on. Like some people said to me at some points, like when I've not done when I've I don't know how to word this. When I've like not gone to certain things, personal life or stuff been going on, and I'm going to the gym. People are like, "Why are you going to the gym? Like, there's way more important things going on." But I'm like, I need to go to the gym.
That is the most important
Otherwise,
thing.
I'm like losing my head over stuff. So I think like
Yeah,
sometimes when you feel like you've got stuff going on, actually still doing all the stuff you need to do and eating well, it actually makes everything else way more manageable as well.
yeah. Or for a good example, sometimes actually, I mean, you reminded me. I would say, like, look, I know you've got all this going on and blah blah blah. Can you go gym 3 times a week? Yes. We can maintain what you've got on 3 times a
Yeah,
week. Let's just go do pull push legs, or let's adapt some of your sessions so you can go 3 times a week. Keep your baseline steps, keep your baseline diet in, and don't worry about it. We'll maintain for what we're doing, and you might even improve, but you're not going to just both
yeah,
get rid of everything, feel like shit, your head's going to fall off. And then as soon as we've passed through this rocky patch that you've got going on, you've got a bit more time available. We'll take the sessions back up to 4 and then 5, and then we've not lost any ground.
yeah, 100%. Just like not letting everything go out the window, and because what a lot of people do when they've got stuff going on is they'll not go to the gym at all, and it will take over their life, and they'll start eating shit, and then
Yeah,
it just has a negative knock-on effect on everything. So I just think even if you can tick over, like you'll feel so much better for it.
agreed.
Another dig, slight dig.
What am I getting digged at now?
Minute. I don't know if that is a dig. That might just be someone like.
It might just be someone who knows I always have some kind of secret weapon up my sleeve that I just produce onto the stage. But I swear to God, it was 3 weeks. I can pull the messages up from Instagram if we could be asked to post them onto here,
Did
but
she share? I'm
I'm
sure
not
I've
going to
seen
ask you to
them.
do that.
I'm pretty sure George shared them.
Yeah, she probably did. I think she shared them from. I don't know if it was our messages or the messages with her mate Jordan. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
she
fine.
just.
Yeah.
We definitely wouldn't have been doing a prep. She had her boobs done in. She said it was August, so it must have been August or the beginning of August or end of July. So she had her boobs done, which is is 8 weeks out of the gym. So she had it, and bearing in mind she'd not been this. So this is some freaky shit, right? Let's just lay out exactly what happened here because even my man's fucking blown at this one. So she finished bodybuilding in 22. The last time we competed, November 22. I think it's the Worlds 22. In the last 2.5 to 3 years, she ain't done no bodybuilding. She didn't even train back hardly, I don't think. She mainly trains glutes and delts. The main thing that looked better when she come back was her glutes. She had a better tie-in because she had bigger glutes because she'd just been smashing, as she called it, like bikini training. But she doesn't mean bikini as in like bikini class, as in like beach bikini training, basically. So she actually had better glutes when she come back. Barely trains back. Had a boobs done in August, which was 8 weeks off. So I think she had like then she did like I can't don't quote me on this, but I don't know what it was, but because she stays lean all the time anyway, she's always really lean. I think she dieted for maybe like 6 weeks, I think, for a photo shoot, and then she was like lean. Do you know what I mean? Like fucking lean enough to get ready in 3 weeks anyway. Lean, did the photo shoot, having not done any failure training. She in that 6 weeks she broke herself back into training from the breast operation, which as you know, if we was doing that show, we'd have started prep in June.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Would have been fucking hell. Do you know what I mean? Not having. So she done like that 5 weeks or whatever it was, and then yeah, so that'd have taken her to like sometime late September, wouldn't it? And then the 5 or 6 weeks it'd have taken towards the end of October. Yeah, that's right, in it. So August, September, then end of October, and then that left like 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, yeah,
So round about that. I mean, don't quote me on the precise date, but it's roughly around there somewhere. Do you know what I mean? So it left her like I think she messaged me 3 weeks and a few days before the show, something like that. And all I got, I think, I'll have a look. I can't remember. I think it was a picture of her abs, and she's just like, "You think I can be ready in 3.5 weeks?" No, how long away is the Worlds? And I'm like, 3.5 weeks. She's like, "Do you think I can be ready?" And I'm like, I remember where I was. I was stood in the gym reading it. I'm thinking, I don't know if she's taking the piss. I don't. I honestly don't know because I know she eats like meal deals. She was eating like twice a day. She doesn't like. Do you know what I mean? She's
yeah, yeah.
fucking. She likes crisps. She just. I don't fucking know if she's joking or what right now. So she sent me this, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Like joking back, but not
Yeah, yeah.
knowing if I'm joking because I don't know if she's joking or not. And then I think either she rang me or I rang her. I can't remember. And she's like, "Yeah, should we have a go?" And I'm like, "All right, fuck it. Send some check-in pictures tomorrow morning then." So she sent some. She's no bikini. like a check-in bikini. She had these little black heels on that she goes to fucking pubbing or whatever. I don't know. She didn't have any heels. She had fucking nothing. Right? Posing was absolute dog shit. It looked like she'd never fucking posed before. Obviously, she's recovering from this
Yeah.
like intrusive operation as well. And there's like, and I'm like, fucking hell. So, so I was like, come on then, let's have a fucking go. So I slung some fucking Clen at her, I think. I said, get on some fucking Anavar, right? Get on the bastard Stairmaster. You've got an hour Stairmaster and calories down. So she come back with, I didn't even give her a diet plan. So I'm not even giving you a diet plan because she'd been doing macros anyway. So I'm not even gonna, I don't even want your body to have. We haven't even got time for you to get used to my fucking diet plan. Just do your fucking macros as you are. Give her that. I think it was like 980 calories and then 880 calories or something like that. What I didn't realize at the time was I don't. I think she told me this afterwards. I don't think she'd been doing any cardio before that. She went. I went from zero CV to an hour on the stairs, and she's just like dripping hypo fucking thing. And obviously she'd put all the protein back to a normal level, started training properly. But it's only 3 weeks, Leah. It's not fucking long. And obviously put a little bit of Anavar in, so body weight didn't do loads actually at first. It kind of held as she kind of, but you could see her filling out every couple of days and just morphing. It was the maddest fucking thing I've ever seen. And then the scales come like fucking rattling down after that. And then we're just like, but we stopped digging it like 5 or 6 days out, the Monday before the show. So it was only like,
2 weeks and
it's only 2 weeks dieting
yeah.
really. It took about 8 or 9 pound. I think we took about 8 pound off, but the Anavar went in, so she gains a few pound with that. And then I just started throwing carbs at her.
This is the craziest story I've ever heard in my whole life.
Yeah, this is why she didn't post it until a few days before, because it was just fucking wild. But because I know her body inside out, because obviously I did it from day one with her, didn't I? I just found it quite easy, to be honest. Even though it was wild, it
Yeah.
was actually quite easy to take your fucking cardio out, do this 3 steps, do that. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. 250 grams or 300 grams of carbs today. Sound, do the same again tomorrow. Let's go protein fats today. And because she was doing her own food, she just followed what I was kind of saying. Then we carved up quite heavy the day before, I think. Didn't bother doing anything like pulling water or anything like that. Kept her watering quite high because I know she likes that. Well, our body likes that, should I say. And she looked fucking round as fuck, shredded.
Obsessed.
Um,
Crazy
that
times.
was fun, that. It was real fun, to be fair. And then she was going to roll straight into the show and just not say out and show up. And then she said, oh, they post the fucking athletes, don't they? A few days before. I said, well, just fucking bang it on. She come down to see me on the Monday, I think, before the show. She drove over to Hull and we went through, sorted all the posing out because the
Yeah.
posing was whack. It was fucking all over the shop. Got rid of all the weak shots, replaced them with some other shots, and just really sorted it out. Then she took some photos and did a post. You know what she's like with YouTube? She's really good with YouTube. And that I think that's got thousands and thousands of
Yeah.
views. I think that on it
Yeah. I
now.
think it's got 15K.
I was like, fucking hell, I knew I should have got on it more and like stood behind you and pretended to fuck about with your posing. I need some attention seeking. Why did I even just stay out of the way? Fucking idiot. But yeah, it was a good laugh and it was reminiscent of we had fun times when we was competing in that as
Yeah.
well. It was so much fun, honestly, because there was no pressure on it either. Because it was just a random thing that she shouldn't have really been ready for. But talk about genetics.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
The
Talk about
talent
genetics.
is crazy. Even like coming back from like a surgery like that.
That shouldn't be possible.
What the
That
hell?
shouldn't be
That's crazy.
possible. And you could see on stage like she'd not really trained her back the last couple of years because she really got. I mean, she got beat. Anna and Lauren was like the clear top two. Do you know what I mean? That one within question. And then she was like the clear third place, and she got beat quite strongly on a back double by them two because their backs were so strong. And I said it to Jordan, who I stood with. I said, you can see like where she hadn't trained on her back. Do you know what I mean? And she must have mentioned it to her. Then she said it to me when she come off. She was like, I really need to fucking work on my back. My back was so weak. I was like, you've trained your back 3 times. 3 fucking times, and you was eating 900 calories. What do you mean?
It is wild, but also so cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
responsive. It was fucking crazy to watch.
Well, that was quite fun to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
fun
the
times.
truth is, it wasn't no secret prep. That is exactly what went down, and it was pure banter, and we had a fucking good time.
Wow, mad. Thanks for that story. That was quite fun. I enjoyed that.
Pretty mad, isn't it, that?
Yeah,
I
it is
don't
mad.
think I'm leaving anything out. I think that's pretty much all of it. It's just mad.
Yeah, I've watched all the YouTubes because obviously like I was intrigued, same as everyone else.
Oh, the new ones, have you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, everything she's saying is exactly well. I think I watched a bit of the first one, so I don't know everything what's on there, but she ain't bullshitted now. You know what she's like? She's truthful anyway. She's
Yeah. Mad times.
yeah.
Have you got a few competing again next year?
Yeah, yeah, same amount as normal. I've just got a lot more. This year I had Linear Figure Girls
Yeah, I
competing.
remember you saying that.
Scenario ever. I've got quite a lot next year, and I've got some really strong athletes as well.
Have you got many new ones or like more returning ones?
No, I've got some new good ones as well.
Oh, that's exciting.
Got plenty of new athletes, and some are really strong, like really strong. So I'm looking forward to 26.
That'll be good. Would you prep someone you didn't think had?
Will, stop chasing the postman.
Sorry, my dogs are barking at. I don't
Going
know why.
wild, Anna.
Would you prep someone you didn't think had a good chance of placing, or would you tell them to wait?
There's two caveats to this. So, would I prep someone who I don't think's got a good chance of placing, or would I tell them to wait? If they've got the potential to be a lot better for being bigger, because they've got everything they need, shape, structure, the genetic like potential to be a lot better as they grow, I would tell them to wait. If they're all the muscles in place and I think somebody's not got a great chance of placing, but that's the way they look, then I'd just prep.
Yeah, makes sense. And I
Yeah,
guess also
complete
what
sense.
someone wants out of their prep as well, like what if they just know that they just want to get on stage to get on stage, and it's like
Yeah, which
means to an end type thing, then
yeah, you get a lot of that.
yeah,
And you get some people just doing it for wanting the experience.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
fine with that. Some people who've got a lot more potential, but they need more size, I would recommend they wait because they're just going to waste time. And for the sake of waiting 12 months, you're going to cost yourself a couple of years because you've prepped, then recovered, and then grown, and your first season didn't go how it should have done because you've got a lot more. Like I'm just gonna tell people the truth. I do that. Sometimes I hate having to do that and be true. Do you know what I mean? But like,
I think it's always better
uh,
long term, though, isn't it?
yeah, in these situations, I don't hate these situations, but there's a lot of times I have to tell the truth, and it's not fun. But I'd rather them fucking know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Um, this is the last one of your questions. How do you manage with keeping people's heads on and egos when a client wins everything?
I don't think I've ever struggled with that. Just like I don't think. I don't
I
know. You
just,
can
I
think of anybody.
no,
Some
I
people get real butthurt when what you get is you get people winning loads of stuff and they're having a good time and they're enjoying it. And then you get some like bitter bastards who are just like, oh, they've changed now and and like realistically it's them. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I don't know many people that have won everything and they've like really like most people that bodybuild that win a lot of things like they're really lovely and there's you know what I mean, like not many people
Yeah,
have massive egos in it.
I don't think I've ever like. I mean, who can you think of that? Like, I mean, I've had loads of clients that have gone and won everything. To be fair, but when you look at like Chloe this year,
Yeah,
still got not loads of confidence in herself, even after winning fucking everything that was put in front of her. Very humble, very quiet, kind of keeps herself to herself. When you went through and won everything that was put in front of you, didn't even change one little bit. Hannah, like, I mean, the list goes on. Like Hannah Bowden, you know what I mean? The list goes on. Like nobody, I don't know, unless they're just like that around me. Some of them, and then there's another side to them when I'm not there. I don't really know, but Val, no different whatsoever. Ellie. Who else did we have last year? Like Talia, like who else can you name? Like they're all just the same as they was when they started. If anything, sometimes they become less confident because they become like more afraid of losing after a certain point. I get a lot of that. A lot more insecure in the second season.
yeah, because then you feel like there's like a pressure on you to like
Yeah, which I
perform.
hate. I just
Yeah,
want to take that pressure away from them.
yeah,
I said it to someone the other day. One of the girls that smoked everything in the first season. Like, don't be doing this to yourself because you're going to end up doing this and not enjoy it. So just remember why you're here to do. Do you know what I mean?
so yeah, because you can sort of go in, don't you? I know, nice like on that first prep that we did with the the Tone Figure Prep in 2021, but like went in with absolutely no expectation,
Yeah,
and then start winning things, and then you like sort of get a little bit like,
used to it.
yeah, but a little bit like not nervous, but just a bit like, because you don't know what you,
Pressurized.
yeah, you do, because you sort of, I don't
Don't
know,
want to go backwards.
yeah, you feel like you're regressing then, obviously, if you don't then
Yeah,
win, which is like
even if your physique's
horrible.
better. But that's bodybuilding, isn't it? Your physique gets better and your placing gets worse. Did you go backwards or forwards?
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard sometimes. Okay.
By the way, the answer to that is you went forwards. Just in case anyone's wondering what the answer to it is, you went forwards because your physique got better. And people thinking my place got worse, I went backwards. That's not what I was saying.
Oh dear. I find it fascinating how some girls on social media say they are maintaining on 3 to 4K calories a day. The normal is around 2K. Do you think you can really raise someone's metabolism by this much, or is it hereditary?
I don't think you're raising the metabolism. I think you are to a degree. To a degree, I think there's a way to do it to get it up to 4,000 calories and your body weight staying the same, and it's just slowly, fucking slowly. And you can do that 100%. You can do that. That's why the whole maintenance calories thing, I don't buy into what that is. As a, oh, I'm sitting at maintenance, and you've worked that out mathematically, because currently as a human, I've got you maintaining at 2,000 at the minute, and in 18 months' time, I've got you maintaining at 3,200. Which one's maintenance then?
I think a lot of people think the maintenance is fixed, don't they? That's the thing. They think they're like their maintenance calories are like set in stone, and that's that.
Maintenance just means your body weight's not moving. That's literally the definition of maintenance. Your body weight is not moving. And you can work at that over a long period of time and take it from 1,800 to 3,500 if you was really fucking patient, and be maintaining at that point.
Yeah, and also like if you then like you're training harder and you're training really hard, you're being like active, like you are actually following your plan and you're hitting everything. I think a lot of girls can eat a lot more than what they think they can get away with when they're actually sticking to the plan. But obviously most people, they kind of, yeah, they'll hit the calories, but then there's extras, there's loads of meals out coming in, and you end up, but if you're actually sticking to your plan, I think, and a lot of girls have never even tried to push the food that high. Like I work with loads of girls that have never gone above like 16, 1,700 calories because they're so scared of like gaining
Yeah.
any sort of weight. Whereas when we do it right, like I've got loads of girls now that are, not even competitive clients that are like pushing up to nearly 3,000 calories.
Yeah, because you're doing it gradual, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
And they're
yeah,
starting a nice spot with it.
yeah,
It's like, I don't know, you just, if you was a boxer and you'd never really punched anybody in the face before, and you had a soft hand, it'd fucking hurt if you went full pelt. Whereas if you trained and trained and trained and toughened everything up, then you're punching someone in the face, you're not going to feel it. It's the same sort of thing. Do you get what I mean? You become, yeah, well, that's how it is, isn't it? It's like you can't just go from 0 to 100. You need
yeah,
to train the body to get to where it needs to get to like be there. And the same with anything else. You need to acclimatize the body gradually to what it's doing, and that's exactly the right. That's the way I kind of see it. And not everyone can take the same. Do you know what I mean? Not everybody's body can take the same thing. And some people just don't gain fat that easy. So it's easier to do it with them. Do you know what I mean? You get some people like no matter what you do, they just don't get that fat. Do you know what I mean? But everyone else, they just need to spend some time working at it. And like you said, being loyal to the plan
yeah.
to like 100% is the only way you're going to get there. Do you know what I mean?
100%. And then do you think as well you do get some people that just naturally like you put the calories up a bit and they just gain body fat a little bit faster? Because I find that with some girls, it's like some people they can get the calories up quite high and they like sit pretty good and weight comes up steadily. And then some girls I like put the calories up and then they're
100
kind of not really that high and they just do gain like the weight starts coming up a lot quicker.
million percent.
Yeah,
They need Motsy.
they do.
Back to the peptides. They need
Oh
Motsy,
dear.
them fuckers.
This isn't a question, but just a statement. I always find the client interviews really informative and interesting. It's great to listen to other people's journeys and the success they've achieved and how. And that got me thinking we should do some where we get some like,
Interviews. What does that mean?
I think because maybe that's from when we had Meg on, maybe.
All right. Okay.
That would be quite cool, I think, to get on some of the girls like that have maybe done like first seasons or done well and just talk to them about their journey. I think that would be quite cool.
That would be cool. And you're a good interviewer type as well. You do the questions in the interview, and I'll just tell dad jokes.
But we could get you know, some of the girls like,
that are doing really well this season.
yeah,
Get Chloe on if you want.
yeah. I was just thinking Chloe or Val or someone.
Yeah,
I recall in a podcast you saying you could talk for a whole podcast on the benefit of eating steak. I actually want to listen to that.
that was to you, so it must have been for you, that one.
Did I talk about steak?
Well, it's a question that's came to you, so I'm assumed it. It sounds like something I would say,
No, it
but
does, doesn't it?
yeah, but then it was sent to you, so I thought Leah must have said it.
I do like steak, I'm going to be honest. And it
I
does have a
like
lot of
steak.
nutrients in it, so
It is one of the best proteins you can eat, in it.
yeah.
Steak and eggs, you're not getting much better than that. It's about as better quality as protein as you're going to get in your body, really. It simulates fantastically. I'm about to go eat one in a minute.
Oh, me too.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm going to have my steak and potato. I've been doing sweet potato in the air fryer at the minute and then kale in the air fryer so it goes all crispy. And that's been having that every night and it's 10 out of 10 to be honest.
I've got ribeye steak and melon.
Ooh.
Not on the same plate.
Oh, not together.
No. I eat nearly a full melon every night, mate. The yellow ones. Oh, fucking
I
hell.
do like
Yeah,
melon.
but she's been buying the big bastards. I have to leave a bit now, so they have some the next day. But yeah, I eat 10 ounces of steak and then the most part of a fucking melon. That's my tea. And then I go and
That sounds good.
wait a few hours and I go to bed.
I'm I've got 1,000,000 grams of chocolate before bed now, so I have to shovel that in. I
Oh,
literally
I'm
just
sorry.
eating half a bar of
I'm
chocolate
such a
before bed.
bad guy for giving you all that chocolate on your bodybuilding plan. You got a
No, I
choice of
like it.
peanut
It's
butter, no?
great. What?
You got a choice of peanut butter on there, no?
In the day, yeah. Not in the evening though.
Oh, well, you can have it either or.
Sometimes I'll swap it around a bit, you know, a bit of variety in there. Pet peeves within the bodybuilding industry. I feel like we've had this before, but
Yeah, we've probably said all this stuff. Wankers. I hate wankers.
I don't feel like I have any really. I feel like it's a pretty nice industry on the whole. I've been in
I
other sports before, and I think bodybuilding is a
I
much
actually agree.
nicer sport than other sports. That's my
Yeah, I agree. Because instead of slagging you off to your face, they just do it behind your back, and that's miles better.
Or
Because
on social media.
then I don't have to listen to, oh yeah, or on social media. Then I don't have to listen to it. It's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
nice. And then I walk around and I think everybody's my friend, and then I go home and everything's all good.
We've got a. Are you ready for the final question? What do you genuinely think about? I'm going to read the Instagram name. At Big Girl's Journey to Lean being on stage. So we know who
Um,
that is, don't we?
you are?
We know for everyone listening. We know who that. Most people will know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Her name's Gainer, innit?
Yes.
I follow her on Instagram. She followed me and I followed her back, and I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. I was at the show as well. And I just think, I don't know. I think a lot of things. I don't think anything particularly negative, though. I really like watching her as a person. I've watched her videos, and I think everybody knows a gainer, right? That's literally how I came out of it all. I just thought everybody knows a gainer. She's an older lady, seems very happy-go-lucky, having a fucking good time. And she's a northern type, isn't she? Is she from your way?
Actually, I've seen her a few times in person actually because she trains. I've seen her at Ultraflex Derby and I've seen her at Unity, which is literally 5 minutes down the road from me. And you
Yeah.
know what? I said this to you at the start, but the progress she's made
Yeah,
has
she's lost a
been
lot of weight.
incredible. And also, she's just so like she just don't care. She just cracks on, and I think that's quite
That's what I
difficult to
mean.
experience.
Everyone knows a gainer, whether it's your mum's mate or it's your fucking auntie.
Yeah,
Or I just found her dead relatable as somebody that from the world I'm from anyway. I think everybody just knows somebody like that. Whether it's your mum's mate at work or it's your fucking auntie's mate, or do you know what I mean? She's just like, yeah. I found her like fairly comical on some of the videos and stuff like that. That I'd seen of her anyway. I didn't see everything, but I saw some of the back end stuff. Should she have been on a normal bodybuilding stage? I don't think whoever's coached her should have really encouraged maybe doing a bodybuilding federation, but I suppose it's up to her at the end of the day. If it was me, I'd have been guiding her more towards like the transformation type class, which I think I'd seen she'd done that the week after in it. So I'm assuming that's what she was going for. Then just maybe did the first timers in between. But who are we to fucking have an opinion? It's her life, in it. Whatever, do whatever she wants.
yeah, yeah. No, I yeah, I agree. I think I guess with bodybuilding as well, there's no like minimum, there's no like entry requirement or minimum standard. I think it's just like
There is a minimum standard. Like they can cut people off if they want to, but it's just like at what point do you draw that line? Do you know what I mean?
yeah. I guess I just think in something like that, like do something like a photo shoot or do something that's like because what she's done is amazing.
It's amazing, and there's classes for that, isn't there? At
Yeah,
them, I
yeah.
can't remember what it's called. Is it UKUP or
There is
something
like
like that?
transformation
Yeah,
categories where you can get on when you've achieved like a massive transformation, isn't there?
yeah, and she's done fucking class. It's seen where she started, seen where she finished. She's 57 because she always tells at the beginning of every video she's 57, which is brilliant and fucking good for her. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely fucking good for her. She's obviously changed her life massively, and just well done to her. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't really have an opinion. I just think she's comical. Seems like a nice woman. She's done fantastic. Stick to the transformation shows until she's got like a bodybuilding ready physique. Do you know what I mean? Or a photo shoot or whatever. But yeah, her life, good for her.
Full of confidence.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. Everybody knows a gainer.
Yeah. Fab. That's the Q&A wrapped up.
We're not wrapping up, though, are we? We're not turning it off now, are we?
No, I just meant that's all the questions done.
Oh, all the questions are done. Thank you very much. Did we get through all them? Was there
Yeah,
about
21.
16?
21
21?
questions. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I got, how many did I send you? Oh, I sent you 16, didn't I?
Yeah, and then I only got 5, so
Then you had 5. I smashed you on questions this week.
no, you did.
I don't know how.
I need to plug it a bit more. Although we did put it on 2 days early this time, so we'll take that as a win because normally we're like putting it on about 2 hours before we're filming the podcast.
And I think I put mine on first. Maybe that's why I got all the
Yeah.
questions.
I reshared your. Oh, I did reshare yours to my story. I'd put the new link on it as well. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll take that.
Piggybacking off my ad work like usual. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Sorry, but I mean, I did send you the thing to put in your story. So
Oh, yeah, I'm like, Leah, send me that picture. Could I find it? I don't know where that is.
yeah, so that's all good. That was good.
It's getting late. I'm starting to yawn.
Ready for your peptide?
8 o'clock.
You had it.
Yeah, ready for my peptides, steak and melon
Lovely. Yeah, I'm gonna go and have my sweet potato and my kale and my 40 grams of dark chocolate.
or peanut butter. It's up to you.
Or peanut butter, yeah, pushing
Yeah.
out there. Fab. So obviously we've not got any more shows or anything coming up now, so maybe we can do a little Christmas episode soon, like a little,
Yeah.
festive
In
one.
the,
You have
the
to wear a
next
little
3 or 4 weeks or
Santa hat.
something like that. Yeah,
Have
we
a
can. We
Christmas
can.
Eve episode.
Yeah, did we do that before? I think we did something like that before, didn't we? Yeah, maybe we can get one of the girls on who's
Yeah,
gone through first timers into pro,
yeah, that'd be fun.
and give them a bit of a grilling. Maybe get some questions for them.
Yeah, yeah, we
Yeah,
can do that, and then people can obviously ask what questions they want to know from.
yeah. Is that all you want? Have a Chloe or Val? Is it?
Yeah, I think one of them too. I think it would be good to get someone on who's gone from like first timer right through to like pro
Right.
in one run. I think that would be pretty cool. We
Yeah,
can always get more people on in the future as well.
yeah. Chloe done it. She done first timers 23, and then she come back this year, and obviously went straight through into pro and won the pro class.
Yeah,
Val did first timers, then turned pro, and then won a pro class all in the same
yeah,
season, which was
yeah.
pretty remarkable as well. So let me know, flip a coin,
All right,
I'll get them both.
amazing. But hopefully you've enjoyed and give us a little subscribe if you've enjoyed it. I'm trying to rack up our subscriber rating on our new YouTube channel.
Does that say DW?
I think you've got it the wrong way around.
I can't do it with that. What
Well, I'll
about
take that, kind of.
that? Yeah.
Although
I'll have to do it like
you are wrapping your
upward.
jumper, so you could just give that a little
Yeah.
lift.
Is that the right way around to it? It's back to front
Yeah,
to me.
that's right.
Is it? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
back
that's
to front on my screen.
But anyway, this was fun, and we'll be back soon.
See you soon. See you at Christmas.